You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Trump's state fair beset with another setback as power outage triggers ice cream meltdown, based on an article by Daniel Hampton. The state fair of Trumpism runs on blame, not power, a spectacle built on public space. The opening day of Donald Trump's Great American State Fair on the National Mall suffered a power outage that knocked out the food hall, melted ice cream. It exposed the difference between patriotic branding and basic competence. The event, run by the Trump-aligned nonprofit Freedom 250, was supposed to celebrate the nation's 250th anniversary. Instead, it immediately became a display of dysfunction, inflated claims, and expensive novelty food. Who actually holds power? This story is not about vendors, desserts, or a temporary blackout. It is about a political operation controlled by people with institutional access, donor-friendly branding, and the authority to turn a national landmark into a self-promotional stage. Trump is the central power. Freedom 250 is the vehicle. Duffy, in his role as Transportation Secretary, acted as a loyal amplifier, not a neutral official, when he smeared departing musical acts as LibDS. That is not governance. It is factional discipline dressed up as event management. The real story is not the outage. The outage is the minor embarrassment. The larger point is the structure around it. An event sold as national commemoration, stocked with $23 turkey legs and $20 sandwiches, and wrapped in rhetoric about unity, while functioning as a political shrine to Trump. When a fair built around civic symbolism cannot keep the ice cream cold, it tells you less about electricity than about the people who treated the mall like a campaign prop. Blame shifting as political reflex. The same pattern shows up in the reflecting pool story. Trump spent more than $14 million painting the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool blue, then watched it turn green with algae. He has blamed vandals without evidence, which is the familiar move of fail publicly, then reach for an enemy you have not proven exists. That is how power protects itself from accountability. The problem is never the decision-maker. It is always an invisible saboteur, a disloyal outsider, or a convenient abstraction. The pattern beneath the pageantry. What ties this together is not bad luck. It is a governing style built on spectacle, grievance, and insulation from consequences. The crowd numbers get inflated, the critics get mocked, the vendors absorb the embarrassment, the officials perform loyalty, the public gets a patriotic brand package with no operational seriousness underneath it. This is what political theater looks like when the stagecraft matters more than the state. A national celebration, written as self-exoneration. The 250th anniversary was supposed to be about the country. In Trump world, it becomes about him, his allies, and their need to convert every failure into somebody else's fault. That is the underlying system here: ceremonial nationalism on top, operational negligence below, and blame laundering everywhere in between. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Raw Story for today's article, with the automated voice of Kristen. Thanks for listening.